was your evaluation after going back and looking at
A lot of really good, man. I thought defensively played really hard. Really did play hard for 60 minutes. Some things early in the football game that we'd like to have back, but love the effort and energy that they played with, competed with. The turnover, huge by Novell, the safety by B, and so a lot of really good things. Offensively, really good at times. There's some things that we got to correct to get some of those drives going. Special teams are really solid besides the punt where we don't get away from the football, but a lot that's still out there for us to go be a whole lot better. You know what I mean? And that's the positive thing is we can continue to grow and get better.
Did you see ways in which Dylan made strides in this game?
Yeah, I thought threw the deep ball really well. I thought he was decisive. Him being willing to pull the ball on a replay in a critical situation continues to show that he's going to improve. Using his feet when it's the right time.
Where do you think Dylan has kind of made the biggest jump or the most strides from game one to now?
I think it's a constant evolution for a quarterback. You get better at recognizing and understanding defenses. The speed of the game slows down, in part because you're playing at game speed and you get accustomed to it, in part because you have a much better understanding of what's going on, too. And so you put all those pieces together and you start playing a little bit more efficiently and a little bit better.
How proud are you of Bentavious again, stepping up when you need a run?
Yeah, he's been great, man. Pressing the hole, hitting the hole. Pressing the line of scrimmage is what I meant earlier, and he's made the big play when it's there. He's lowered his pads and gained extra yards when it's time for contact too. So he's done a great job.
Dylan was asked after the game where he thinks he's improved the most, through the season. He said becoming a leader. Have you seen that from him?
Yeah, I think he's more confident in his own skin a little bit in some ways. I think sometimes you feel like you have to go out and play well. Before you can take that active voice.
How's Greg coming along? And you expect
really good.
Friday?
He was out on the practice field today. He's going to have a chance for game day.
How much when the defense is playing as well as it has in the second halves? How much does that really help your offense?
It changes the field possession game, right? You look at where we got the ball early in the second half. That lends itself to playing in better situations, maybe having 4 downs at times, and being able to score more points.
4 ranked teams in the conference, plus you guys just out of the poll. What does it say about the strength right now in the conference?
Really good league, man. Great players, really good coaching. You better come to play every single week, and hopefully, the country's taking notice that this is a really high caliber of football.
Do you expect the playoff rankings tomorrow will be similar to the polls, or?
Man, you know me well enough to know that I paid attention to that. So.
What's the challenges of a short week that you guys have to get ready for?
I think the hardest thing, right? You're trying to get your kids back physically ready to go play. I think that's the biggest challenge for your players. They miss that off day. For your coaches is just early in your preparation, getting caught up in your normal down plan and in your situations. It comes at you really quickly.
What have you seen from Tulsa so far?
Play really hard front 7 are big. Strong, physical players, they'll drop into coverage and make the windows, hard to find in the pass game as well.
Where are you right now as compared to where you had hoped you would be at this point?
I don't think you ever think that far in advance. As a coach, you take day by day, and at the end of the day, you want your players to continue to get better, to buy into the process of competing and continuing to grow. These guys have done that, and hopefully we'll continue that as we go through this week.
What did you think of your offensive line and how they were able to protect Dylan on Saturday?
Thought there were a lot of positives. Ed's continuing to grow as a player, and the communication's been really pretty solid, and they kept him pretty clean for most of the day.
Josh, I know it's part of the business, but your name comes up for coaching openings. Your name was mentioned a little bit for Florida State. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Man, I love where I'm at. I love the guys that I'm with, my wife and kids, and absolutely love living here and being a part of this university and this program. I think this is maybe the most unique job in college football just because of how young of a program it is and being able to continue to build something.
Do you think, I know every week is a different week, but because of the way you guys have won the last couple games, do you feel like there's real momentum going into the next week when you win like that?
And the way you create momentum is continuing to improve after your last performance. And, you win a football game, continuing to create positive energy inside your building, out on the practice field, but your players buying into continuing to get 1 week better. And that is how you create and sustain momentum in your season.
Tulsa seemed like Houston that's better than their record would indicate because they've been in a lot of
Yeah,
close
they've been
games.
in-
Almost beat Memphis and SMU.
They've been in a bunch of close ball games, overtime with SMU. This league is really, really good, and you better come ready to play every single week. They've been on the wrong side of some really close ball games, been a play away, and the challenge for us is preparing in a really good way and then going out and playing 3 phases of the football game together, the best that we have this season.
One more.
That's it. All right, guys.
Thank you,
Appreciate
sir.
it.